pull the rest of the pistons out. Number one, stamped right on there. What the hell's that? Looks like a number 6, but it says 1. And that says 1. So that's the matching cap. So we're going to check the for the wrist pins. I put this on so I didn't score the crank taking it out, but man, I'm telling you, I am amazed at this. I'm just gonna I end up putting a set of bearings in it, I think. All right, real happy. Got all 6 pistons out. They all look the same. The machining marks, they look like they're brand new pistons. I'd say brand new. They don't have much on them. So I got the ring still in this one. But I'm gonna check these out once I pull the liners. I gotta pull the main caps yet, but all the journals on the crank look good. And so I'll get some of them cap mains off and then I can get the crank out of here. All right, got the crankshaft out. There's a block with the liner, still has a cam in it. I gotta check that out yet. But I'm gonna degrease the block because it's pretty messy, but I gotta set this down on a pallet. And I'm gonna mic all the journals and everything. And but I gotta tell you, the bearings don't look bad at all. I mean, obviously I'm gonna use new ones, but so I just gotta set her down on a pallet. All right, I took the block to a friend of mine's, used his wash bay, and steamed it off. I got crank and cam out. I'm gonna be doing cam bearings. Cleaned up pretty good. So when my puller comes, I'll pull the liners out and check them, and check the counterbore, and see if that's within tolerance or if that's got to be cut. And but all in all, it looks in pretty good shape. All right, pulling out the rear cam bearing. All right, got the rear bearing out, the rear cam bearing out. There. I don't know if you can see in there the brassing on the bearing. But so we're going to replace these. That's what this puller is for. This is for the rear cam bearing on a Cummins small cam. Those things push in when you put it in there, and they push in like this, and then they catch on it and drag it out. You can see where it hooks the edge right there, and to get it out. And that's how you get them out. So I got to order up new bearings. All right, take 2. These tubes here are a little too long, especially for this thing. Don't do this at home, folks. Don't do this at home. Yeah, it's coming. You can see it down in there. So we'll get that all cleaned out once I get all them liners out, and we'll be all set, but I gotta mark them. We're gaining. Make sure that those sockets are overlapping the lip of the and just like that, all 6 liners are out. So I'm going to call and see what the guy that did the heads will charge me to hot tank this block. But I'll tell you what, I don't see anywhere, well, there was no water in the oil, so. And I don't see any indication where it was slipping past the seals or through the top, around the seal at the top of the liners. There is a shim on them, but I believe there's a shim on all of them. So I'm going to give them a call and see what the deal is. And I'm not sure if I'm going to try and clean them up and use them or just buy new liners. Because I got to tell you, this is just a black mark or a black carbon. It's not a ridge. There's no ridge. Put a bore gauge on there, and these are fine. There isn't really a crosshatch, but the crosshatch wouldn't be there after, if it's run at all. So, but I could do that. I can own it.